welcome back to We're Having Fun. Hello, I'm Mark. Hi.
Hi, I'm Krista. I had to wait for your long intro there.
Big stretch. Yeah, thank you for giving me the room.
Of course.
What's up? What's going on? Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day! Although it will not be Mother's Day by the time this comes out, but you know, whatever.
Happy Tuesday after Mother's Day.
Sure.
Yeah.
If this goes out on a Tuesday.
You know, let's be optimistic.
Be optimistic. Yeah, this probably will go out on a Tuesday.
We'll see.
I don't know if there's going to be much to talk about in this.
Yeah. What news we got? Any news? News.
No news is good news. I don't have anything.
Watch anything. Watch The Heat. Anybody remember that movie from 10 years ago or whatever? With Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Enjoyed it.
I finished what I can watch of What We Do in the Shadows.
Nice.
So I'm all ready for season 6.
It was good.
It was good.
Good.
It was fun.
Good. All right. Well, then let's just get into it then.
Okay.
What do you say? We watch. So it's musical May.
Yes, it is musical May.
Yeah. First movie we watched.
Yes.
Well, we've both seen it.
Yes, we've both seen it.
Yeah.
And then we were going to watch something else today.
Yeah.
And then I got the bright idea that wouldn't it be fun if since
up.
the first, I did. This was a mistake. The first one we watched, because there are 4 that we're going to watch in May, hopefully.
Uh-huh.
The first one was one we've both seen. I already have one planned for us to watch that I've seen and you haven't.
Uh-huh.
And then we have one that neither of us have seen.
Yep.
And I was like, well, we should get one that Mark has seen that I haven't seen.
Mm-hmm. Which is very limited.
It is.
There's like maybe 3 or 4 we found.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
Yeah. So we took those 4 and we picked the worst one we could.
We did.
Yeah, it's bad. We watched South Pacific.
Yeah, I don't really like Rodgers and Hammerstein movies or musicals that much anyway.
I don't really know which ones are them. I never know.
Well, I mean, they've got, of course, South Pacific.
Yeah.
Oklahoma. That's one of theirs.
I liked Oklahoma, okay.
The Sound of Music.
I like Sound of Music. You don't like Sound of Music.
I don't like The Sound of Music.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't like The Sound of Music.
I don't know either.
I don't know. There's so many people who are like, oh, but it's the best movie. And I'm like, I don't like it.
I don't know that it's the best movie.
They also have a version of Cinderella that I don't know very well, so.
Yeah.
Carousel.
Never seen that. I think I saw part of Carousel, actually.
State Fair, I think, is one of theirs.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Me either. Maybe one day for the pod. No, probably not. I can't think of any others.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not like top of my list, but yeah, we watched this one instead. Mm-hmm. And maybe the worst Rodgers and Hammerstein one. People love this movie. I mean, some people love this movie. They liked it at the time, at least.
Well, some people did.
Some people did.
Some people did not.
Yeah. Some people, it got nominated for like Academy Awards though.
Yes.
One for sound or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know why.
The version that we saw, we watched this on Tubi.
Yeah.
It would, if they used this version for the Oscars, it would not have won for best sound.
There was some echoing.
It was weird. At one point, it sounded like someone was in a stadium because it was like echo.
Yeah.
It was like that's what's you know. But there were lots of parts where it was like people were having these
inner monologues.
Well, they were having these intimate conversations with each other, and then suddenly it sounded like it was being broadcast across a field.
Yeah.
It was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then the music, the songs were like really loud, and then people would start talking, and it was like, I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
What's happening?
And the songs I didn't want to hear for the most part.
Yeah. And
even the ones that I know I don't like. So
it's not great.
Yeah, it's not good. And they do filters over this.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, I don't want it to like jar anybody, all this picturesque landscape in Technicolor, so let's put some filters over it. Apparently they kind of upped him a little more than he wanted.
Yeah.
But still, what are you doing? They're throwing out like just all the time. Anytime it's like a love song or any song really, they were like, throw a filter on that bad boy.
It's like, we want fuzzy edges.
Yeah.
We want yellow filter.
Fuzzy. I want it yellow.
It's nighttime. Everything has to be blue.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I think there's a better way of doing this.
You have this beautiful, like, sky. It's gorgeous. And you're like, let's make it yellow.
Because, like, the very beginning, when it's showing the credits, I'm like, this is beautiful. It's showing all of these island scenes. They're, like, these gorgeous sunsets and everything. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
I might actually enjoy this.
Yeah.
No, because they had to put filters on everything.
No,
it's like,
here's
what are you doing?
Purple filter.
Why?
So bad. Yeah. I hate this movie.
I'm not a fan. I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I hoped I would never watch it again. And here I am, having watched it again.
You suggested it, so.
Well, the whole thing was your idea.
We could have watched Cabaret!
We could have. Probably should have. But here we are.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get
what
into
happened
it.
in this stupid movie?
Oh my gosh. Well, we start off, they're in an airplane. It's these Army guys or whatever. Or Navy. What are they? I don't know.
I think, well, I don't know if they'd be the Air Force. I don't know.
I think they're Navy.
Yeah.
Because at one point they talk about the American Navy.
Yeah, pretty much everybody's there is in the Navy or the Marines.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, because it's like, this is Navy property.
And I think the Navy has, like, their own planes and stuff.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
Because
What?
Is Top Gun Navy?
Yeah.
So they have their
Pretty
own
sure.
planes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
These guys were not Top Gun.
They were not. They would have fell out of Top Gun.
They were no goose.
No.
You weren't no goose.
Well, I mean, Goose didn't actually.
Okay.
Get through Top Gun either.
Not his fault.
Not his fault. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go cry. Anyway, yeah, this is the plane that we're on is the Bouncing Belch.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off strong.
Yeah, just an annoying plane.
Yeah, they've got
full of annoying guys.
They've got on like the fuselage or whatever. They've got the like hits and misses.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
Bottles.
They're not doing well.
Yeah. Is it the enemy missing them or them missing the enemy?
I would hope that it's them missing the enemy because they did have a few hits.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want them to have had a bunch of hits if it was the enemy.
Well, at least they had
them,
less hits. You would think they would want... You don't want to be bragging that you've missed more times than you hit.
Right? I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to hope it's the enemy. Missed them a lot.
But I don't know. I
mean, he's dumb enough to be like... The guy's like, are we over Japanese islands? And he's like, let me go look.
Let me check.
And then they start firing at him. And like, oh, okay.
Guess it is.
I'm sorry, I was bored. You know how it is.
I don't know if I like anybody in this movie.
I don't know.
Literally not a single person in this movie.
You like Bloody Mary.
I like Bloody Mary at first.
Up to a point.
And then
Until
Bloody
she
Mary,
gets
like...
weird.
Yeah, and then it was like, okay, now...
Yeah.
Now you've just done something that's...
Yeah, she gets real weird.
I don't think
Very
you should have done
questionable.
this. Yeah.
What about Stew Pot?
Okay, Stew Pot's fine.
Oh, Stew Pot.
Stew Pot and the Professor, sure.
No, the Professor wore an orange on his head. He's trying too hard.
Okay.
Nobody likes the Professor.
We'll just like Stew Pot then, and that's only because his singing voice is Thurl Ravenscroft, uncredited. So
yeah, that was like the best part of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so they're in this plane. Oh my gosh. They're heading for this island.
Yeah.
Where all of the Navy is
positioned,
and there's like a hospital there. There are all these nurses there too.
Nurses.
And so they drop him off there, and this is where we meet the guys that are there.
Yeah.
The Seabees.
Yeah, Luther.
Luther is the main
the
one.
Ship tattooed on his stomach.
I had no look. I don't have a problem with his ship tattoo. Although I feel like at the beginning it was very faint, and then like the next scene I'm like, this is what happened. Did you just get it re-outlined?
Yeah. They were still coloring it in. Yeah.
That shirt. What are you doing? It's
never buttoned.
It's never buttoned. It is like
in.
Yes, it is tucked in, but it is completely unbuttoned. It was a choice.
Yeah, it was. It was a bad one.
It was a bad choice.
Yeah.
But he's there.
He is.
And we also meet Bloody Mary there.
Yeah. She's selling stuff on the island.
Mm-hmm.
She's making that money.
Yep. She's making like grass skirts and all kinds of stuff and selling it. And she's fine at first.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I kind of like her.
I don't know.
They're making fun of her. And I'm like,
I'm like, okay. I like them making fun of her.
No. That's why it's like... Okay, she's like the underdog. She's the one that they're all bullying.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, I don't mind her. What's wrong?
Yeah.
Stop calling her mean things.
Luther's always trying to get a hustle on. Mm-hmm. They made grass skirts and like, hey, sell these grass skirts instead. We'll make them cheaper and faster.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, these are garbage.
Yep. But I don't know.
They sing about dames.
They sing about dames.
Oh,
There's nothing like a dame.
All the women are on Bally High because all the plantation owners are like, get them away from those sailors.
Yeah. Although not all the women.
The nurses are there.
Yeah. But
like the natives.
Yes. So they are all on Bally High, which is like a mythical island looking thing.
Yeah.
It glows.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's glowing. And then I was like, no, that's a filter.
Yeah. Everything's glowing. It's bad. It's so bad.
When they go over there eventually, it looks very pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
except when they put those filters on.
It's like, I can understand why you would go there.
Mm-hmm.
But
during the Dame song, we get a guy that says, Poifum.
Poifum.
And that was the best part of the movie.
Yes. I had to rewind it just so I could see it for sure that it was Poifum. It was great. That was, definitely the highlight of the movie right there.
It goes
like 5 minutes in.
Yeah, real fast.
But yeah, they sing about how there are no dames.
Yeah.
And then
here come the nurses.
The nurses come by.
Yeah.
Apparently Luther has like sewn some clothes for one of the nurses.
Apparently very good at sewing.
Yeah. This nurse is Nellie.
Yeah.
Nellie Forbush.
It's like a Bond girl.
Yeah. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're so good at this. He's like,
tee-hee.
Yay.
Not around the guys.
Don't say this around my friends. Yeah. And then she's like, well, I gotta go. And then she just runs off.
Yep. I'm with her friends.
Yep.
That's all.
Then we meet, we've already met this guy, the lieutenant.
Yeah.
But he's finally shown up here on the island.
Mm-hmm.
He walks up.
He's probably the most important character of this movie.
Yeah, sure.
And I look forward to following his adventures for many years to come.
Bloody Mary immediately is like, oh, sexy man.
Yeah, oh, so sexy.
And she's like, here's a shrunken head for you. And he's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
I don't want that.
It's like, was it you can give it to a girl or whatever? He's like, well, I've got a girl back home. And she's like, no.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. And she keeps
calling
calling him
in Philadelphia.
Yeah, she keeps calling him Lieutenant. I guess she can't pronounce lieutenant.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's there, and then he's asking about. I think she says something about Bally High.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's that?
What's that island over there?"
Yeah. And she's like, "That's Bally High. It means secret island."
Secret island. It's like I want to be your island or something. I don't know.
I want to be your island.
Something like that.
I want to be your secret island. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's this magical place or whatever. So she sings Bally High.
Yeah.
That is throughout the whole thing. You just hear Bally High throughout the whole movie. I'm like, okay.
It's all for
we get it.
It's all for love. Three Musketeers.
Yes.
Of this movie.
So after she finishes singing, there are these two officers that show up and they're like, you got to move all your stuff. You can't be here.
Yeah, you can't be on Navy property.
You can't be on Navy property. You got to move it down the beach. And I'm like, who made this Navy property? Yeah.
That was probably their property first.
Exactly. It's like, okay. You just showed up and you went, this is our property now. And did you give them a say at all? Probably not.
Probably not.
Anyway.
And I don't get how he was really helping her. I mean, moving her stuff. Yeah. I guess so she wouldn't have to.
Because they did say move it all yourself.
Yeah.
And then he helped and got all the other guys to help. It just seemed
like they were really getting one over on the major, but it didn't seem like that big of a deal. They were, because she still had to move her stuff. Yeah, didn't seem that good.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway.
By the way, nobody can go to Bally High except officers. They can requisition a boat to go over there. So
it's off limits.
Sorry, regular guys.
Yeah.
Luther, stew-pot.
Luther wants to go over there so badly because he's like, there are girls there and they've got boar.
They do the boar tusk ceremony.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, and you can have a bracelet made out of a boar tusk, which he takes from her and he never gives it back.
Yeah, that's his now.
Okay.
That's on her.
Anyway, whatever. Let's not talk about them anymore. Let's go to the most important people in this movie.
I hate this part of the movie. They're the worst.
I don't like anybody in this movie.
I like them the least.
Yeah, probably. probably. You've got Emile Debec.
Debec.
And, of course, Nurse Nellie.
He's an Italian-French man.
He's a Frenchman played by an Italian.
Yes. Never sounds Italian. Always. I mean, never sounds French. Always sounds Italian. He does not sound French.
It's like a mix, I think. But it's...
Why you come here?
He does not do that. Stop.
Where the mama's pizza pie?
You're awful. But they're hanging out.
Mm-hmm. Having lunch. They had met at an officer's dinner some time ago.
Yeah. During this one little scene, they sing 3 songs.
Ugh, and they're all bad.
Well, one of them's not bad. One of them's okay.
That's the, what is it?
Some Enchanted
Evening. But only Some Enchanted Evening is good for like one line. The way it's like, Some Enchanted Evening, you may find us something.
Okay.
And then it's garbage.
Sure. But the first one we hear, Nellie sings, a cockeyed optimist.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm a cockeyed optimist. And I'm like, okay. And of course, this is when it's like, I think she says something about yellow. And I'm like, oh.
And then it turns yellow.
And it's a yellow
It's a yellow
filter.
Sky.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then they sing twin soliloquies together.
I don't know how to love him.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's real bad.
And then finally...
And it's real quiet.
Yeah. And then finally, Some Enchanted Evening.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, cool.
But it goes on forever. They talk so slowly.
There is... He will say a line, and then it waits like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then finally she says something.
Yeah.
And then another 15 seconds or whatever, and then he will reply. There was one part where it was just like quiet. There was just absolute quiet, and then she goes, yes? And I'm like, at that point, I don't even remember what he asked.
He was conflicted and thinking about something. So she was like, yes? What are you thinking about? But it sucked.
And then finally, at the end of it, he's like, I killed a man. Just out of nowhere.
Oh, okay.
Because I think she just like asks why he's there or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I had to leave France because I killed a man. He was a bully.
Yeah, I don't like bullies.
And then she's like, well, I hardly know you, but I believe you.
I believe you completely.
Okay, girl, you need to be running.
She's cockeyed optimist.
She is.
What can you say?
So, yeah, she's like, but yeah, that's cool. That's fine that you killed somebody, but I gotta go.
As long as you don't have kids and a wife.
Exactly. So, it's like, but you're here, like, all by yourself, right? You have, like, no family. And he's like, sure.
Just pushing kids behind a tree.
Yeah. Get out of here. Get out.
Them out of here.
Exactly. And so she's like, well, I gotta go. My Jeep's ready. I'll see you later. And she heads out. Yeah. And then these 2 kids show up and they start singing a song. Dis-moi, I guess is what it is. Something like that. It's all in French. I'm like, I don't speak French. Song, I don't understand what is happening here. So they sing in French. And it's like, oh, that's cute. There are some kids.
Yeah, kids.
So she goes to, or I think the officers bring her in. They're like, Nellie, so we hear that you've been talking to Emile Debec.
Yeah, because the lieutenant's there on a mission.
Yes.
They want him to go to an island, check out what the Japanese are doing.
Yes.
And radio it into them. Send them secret messages. And like, who knows the island better than that French guy?
Yeah.
Nobody. We need to recruit him.
How does he know that island so well? He's on this other island.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, he seems to know, like,
he does have friends there.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense.
He's got in.
So anyway, they're like, we need you to spy on him.
Yeah.
She's like, the whole time, she just looks so, like, freaked out. She's just like, what's happening?
I don't know.
He doesn't have a family. They're like, no children? No wife? And she's like, no,
you don't
no
know
one.
Jack.
And then,
she's like, man, I really don't know anything about this guy.
I've known this guy for 3 weeks. I know absolutely nothing about him. Maybe I should just...
Weird. Rush into this anyway.
No, maybe I should just, like, forget about him.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just go wash this man right out of my hair.
Yeah. This is probably the only song. I mean, well, I like another song just because it's dumb, but
yeah.
This is the only song I can, deal with because it's kind of short.
Yeah. Apparently it's longer in the musical version, but
the 3-hour cut of the movie.
But they cut a bunch of it, so it's pretty short.
Thank you for doing that.
I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. Mm-hmm. She's washing her hair as all of this is happening.
Showering in a tree, as we all do.
And wearing a well, she's not wearing a bathing suit. She's wearing something else.
She had a towel on.
Yeah. But then there are all these other women just wearing bathing suits around with their hands on their hips the whole time. Which is really funny.
They were my favorite characters.
So it's the other nurses, by the way. Yeah. So she finally gets finished reading. What I say? Singing her little song.
Reading in the shower.
And he's just pulled up on a horse.
He's been up on a horse watching. Mm-hmm. Like, I know this is where y'all shower, but I'm just going to creep on over.
Watch.
Yeah, don't worry about this.
So he shows up on his little horse.
Yeah.
And
on his white horse.
And she's
white knight.
Mm-hmm. And she's looking over at one of the other nurses. And the nurse is like, he's right behind you. And she's like, oh my gosh. So anyway, she comes out of, she goes and
runs back into the tree.
Puts some clothes on real quick and comes out and starts talking to him. Mm-hmm. And immediately is like, I know I said that I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to marry him instead.
Yeah, I kind of love this guy. She asked him about his politics. Mm-hmm. He's like, I love your constitution.
Yeah. It's like,
El mina created the quail.
Exactly.
And she's like, oh, I love that, except for when I don't love that.
Yeah.
Later on.
I love that, except for, are all men actually created equal?
I hope you weren't married to someone of another color. That would be weird for me.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's like, I'm having a party with some of my friends. I want you to meet all of them and everything. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm totally there. Yeah. And then he walks off and then she sings at the camera, dancing on the beach. And she's like, I'm in love with a wonderful guy. And
dances on a boat poorly.
Yes.
Hated it.
So she does that. And then
her friends are like, so you're ridiculous. We'll dance with you.
Yeah. And
I think this movie needed more dancing, like choreographed dancing.
Okay.
A big dance number. That helps.
Okay.
Kind of break up the monotony.
I'm trying to figure out where the intermission was because I didn't write it or anything, and I don't have a lot of notes on this. So I'm like, I can't remember if it's immediately goes to the party.
Yeah, probably. Well, do they go to Bally Highs? Do Lieutenant and Luther go to Bally High first?
See, I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
No.
It's just stuff happens.
I just know at one point if I have to hear about this guy having to flee France because he killed a guy one more time.
Oh my gosh, he says it
every single time he's on screen.
Much.
He's like, I killed a guy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we get it.
Because the major and whatever his name is bring him in to question him.
Yeah.
And God, he talks about so much.
And I'm pretty sure when he shows up on the horse talking to her, I think he says something then. Yeah. He says something at the party. I'm like, can you? Why are you bragging about
all
this?
About it.
What is this?
I don't know how she didn't know about it sooner.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, he's 42 and she's 27.
Yeah.
So he's looking gray, which, there's some older and younger relationships, but I don't buy it. I didn't buy this relationship for a second. He's not interesting. She's more interesting than he is.
Yeah.
His only thing is he killed her.
And this is before the intermission. I just realized because I just see where the intermission. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care about them. Yeah, I don't care about their.
I don't either.
Their love story. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I know. There's another love story in this.
Yep.
Maybe this one is going to be better.
It's not.
I was wrong. I was so wrong.
Maybe worse in some regards.
Maybe. So, I don't know. They're both real bad.
They are.
So, the lieutenant, what is his name? Cable.
That's his name. Joe Cable.
Joe Cable. He gets to go to Bally High. Mm-hmm. Luther's also there.
Yeah.
And they show up on their little boat.
Yep.
Everybody there's like, hey, welcome. Yeah. We're about to do this boar tusk ceremony thing.
Yeah. Bloody Mary's like, yo, Lieutenant, come with me.
Come with me. I have something to show you. Yeah. And
they go to the boar tooth ceremony and nothing happens. I don't know. It's dumb.
Yeah.
The chief dances around for a while. And then Joe leaves.
Yeah, Joe's like, okay, I'm gonna
I hate this. Let's go.
So he follows Bloody Mary. At this point, I'm still like, okay, Bloody Mary seems like a pretty chill lady.
You want him to get with Bloody Mary?
I didn't want him to get with Bloody Mary, but I liked her.
I would not have minded it.
I would have been okay with it.
That would have been an interesting matchup.
Because then it would have been like, you've got this young girl and the older man, and now it's like the young guy.
Yeah.
Lady.
That would have been good.
But no, she takes him to her house or whatever, and it's like, here, look at what I've got right here.
Yeah. It's my daughter. Teenage daughter.
Liat, who does not speak English.
Nope.
Only speaks French.
A little French.
Yeah, a little
She
French.
speaks Tonkinese.
Yes. He also does not speak much French.
Yeah.
A little French.
Yeah.
He does not speak Tonkinese.
Yeah, but they immediately kiss.
Yes, immediately kiss.
Instant attraction.
Yes.
Crazy.
And then also, it kind of like fades to black. It's like, okay, what happened?
Yeah.
And then it comes back to them, and he's calling her kid?
Yeah. Her hair's all disheveled. Something happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he calls her kid so much. And they sing a song where he says she's younger than springtime. Like, that's gross, man. Stop.
Yeah.
This is like Gigi or something.
It's gross. And then he's like, well, I gotta go. And he starts leaving Valley High. And Mary is there. And she's like, he's gonna be my son-in-law. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, this is not going to go well. I can already tell.
Yeah.
So then we go to the party. Mm-hmm. This is definitely the party where, what's her face? Nellie. Yeah. Nurse Nellie. And Emile de Bec. Mm-hmm. They are singing in their heads, but they're singing the exact same song.
Yeah. They are so in sync.
Although, honestly, I can't get too mad about it because something similar happens in the animated Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
so, I guess I can't say much because I do love Beauty and the Beast.
But their relationship's better.
Yeah.
There's at least some good characters in Beauty and the Beast.
There you go.
So.
And some good songs.
Yeah.
And a good villain and everything. Who's the villain in this? Racism.
The Japanese, I guess.
True. Who show up in like one scene. Yeah. You don't even see any Japanese people.
No.
They just shoot people. They just shoot. That's all. They're faceless shooters. Anyway, they're singing in their heads.
Mm-hmm. Singing in their heads.
Exactly. Everything's great. Everything is perfect.
So
they're going to get married. They're in love. And then he's like, I want you to meet these two children. Uh-huh. This is Ghana and Jerome.
Yep.
These are my children. And she's like, what?
Cool.
He's like, yeah, these are my children. She's like,
who's mama?
Who's the mother? It's like, I married a Polynesian woman. Yeah. She's dead. She immediately just
loses it.
Hates. No, I have to go.
She cannot deal.
I have to get out of here.
Like, it's not even a competition thing. Like, she's dead. It's just a racist thing.
It's just that he married someone of a different race.
Yeah.
And she's not around anymore. It doesn't...
And that's not us speculating. They sing about it later.
Right?
That the lieutenant's like, I can't believe all this racist stuff sometimes. It's like, what?
But yeah, that is what, because she's like, these are cute kids and everything, but you had a Polynesian wife? Yeah. How dare you?
This relationship is going to last a long time.
She runs away. And then it's like, intermission!
So, pretty good, right? Stick around.
And I'm like, this is...
it's so bad.
This is not fun.
No.
So then it comes back from intermission. Mm-hmm. We're on Bali High again. I said Bali High.
Bali High,
but
the high school.
It sounds like Bali, but Bali. Yeah. I guess. Anyway, Bali High.
Bali Fitness.
We're on Bali High again. We're underwater. We're swimming around with Joe and Liat.
Oh.
And then they come up. Mm-hmm. Mary's there. She's like, gonna have to marry her to some French farmer guy.
Yeah. If you're not interested.
If you're not gonna.
Get her to this guy.
Exactly.
And then they sing a great banger of a song.
she's like, but you could marry her. You could stay here. I'm rich. I'm making all this money. I made like $2,000 since the war started.
She'll be the sugar mama.
Exactly. She's like, I will keep my business going. Mm-hmm. I will be the rich person here. I'll take care of you both. You can just sit here.
Once the soldiers leave, is she gonna
play all the time?
Once the soldiers leave, is she gonna have much business?
No.
No, that's gonna be rough.
Probably not.
Hope she's saving up.
I hope so too. Anyway, so then we have Happy Talk.
Yes.
Which is your favorite song.
It's a
from
dumb
your favorite
song.
movie.
Yes. Where they do little hand gestures. Talk. ducky, duck of things you like to do. It's so bad.
It's very bad.
Got to have a dream. I like to do that every once in a while.
Okay.
Frame your face.
You know how I said last week, I don't do the Tin Man dance. You definitely do this.
Oh, I do. Yes. I absolutely do.
Absolutely.
I will not deny it.
And it's funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This song is ridiculous. It goes on for too long, too.
I'm pretty sure that they did like a newer version of this movie, and they cut this song.
Good.
Because they were like, this doesn't look good.
Yeah. No,
and I'm like, no, it doesn't. It does not. So probably for the best.
Yeah. They should have cut that whole storyline, probably.
Yeah, probably.
But,
so, anyway, he's like, here is my uncle's whatever. It's like a necklace or whatever.
Watch.
Or something. A watch. Okay, anyway. Gives it to her.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he's like, oh, I can't marry you.
Yeah. I got a girl in Philadelphia.
I gotta go. That's not a Philly accent. Anyway, so he's like, I can't marry you. And so Mary gets...
She's mad.
So mad. She shouts.
Like, give me that watch.
Yeah.
Give it back to him.
So she's like, well, now she's gonna marry that French farmer.
I hope you're happy.
Exactly. So they leave. And the whole time, Leon is just like, no, come back for me, please. And yep. And then he kind of sits there and he's like, what have I done?
Who am I?
She was the love of my life. So then they're getting ready for the
Thanksgiving turkey trot.
Thanksgiving follies.
Follies, yeah.
And
just a little show for the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
This one's for the boys.
And Nellie, they're like sitting there, they're like practicing and everything. And Nellie starts crying. She just breaks down because she broke up with her boyfriend.
Oh.
And then...
Because she's racist.
And then she's like, I want to transfer. I can't be on this island anymore where Emile DeBeck is. And so they're like, all right, we'll try to get that settled for you.
Otherwise, but keep dancing.
Yep.
So Ain't got time for this crying.
So then they finally have the
Follies.
The Follies. They sing a song, Honey Bun. Which was kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
So she's singing, and then Luther comes out dressed as a woman.
Yeah, he's dressed he's got a coconut bra,
little grass skirt.
The guys are
a wig.
Hate him.
So mean to him. They're
hate
like throwing stuff at him. It's like, what's wrong?
He's getting mad.
It's like, it's not like there aren't other women up there. You know, it's not like it's just drag.
I thought it would be like they'd be like, "Oh, look at Luther! He's so crazy. That's so funny."
It's like they seem to hate it. It's like,
they were like, "Bow, show us real women."
It's like there are plenty of real women just like right there. But
and there are so many soldiers in that audience, and I don't know where they came from.
I don't either. There were a lot.
Yeah, we've only seen like 20 max.
But I mean, we do see like later there were a lot of like battleships and stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess they were all just there.
They were sitting in the boat.
They were in the boats instead of on shore.
Yeah.
And maybe they all got shore leave just for this specifically.
Just for that.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
The island sank a little bit because of him.
But anyway, during the middle of this performance, Luther gives Nellie this bouquet of flowers.
Yeah.
And then after she's like, "Oh, that was so sweet," and everything. And he's like, "I have to confess something. Those aren't my flowers.
Yeah.
They were from Emile.
Here's a note.
Hey,
Nellie.
Yeah.
It's me.
Emile. I love you so much.
I love you. You're so pretty."
It was... You could not hear a single thing.
Yeah. Like, what is he saying?
So we said that his note was in lowercase. Because you couldn't hear it.
You need to put that in all caps.
Yeah. So she reads it. She's kind of upset. And then here comes Joe. And she's like, "You're out of the hospital?" And we're like, "What?"
When was he in the hospital?
When did this happen? Apparently there was a whole storyline where people had malaria. Like the people of Bali High the people of Bali High ended up with malaria. Anybody who was over there contracted it, and he had malaria. And at one point he does say, "That darn malaria." Okay. Sure.
Guess we're cool with
why not?
malaria.
And it does show, like, later Nellie is, like, walking through a hospital, like, taking people's temperatures. So I guess those are the other people who had malaria.
Guess so.
But it was just so weird, because it's like, what do you mean?
It came out of nowhere.
That darn malaria.
Darn that malaria.
Know how that is, you know? And so they're talking about how they're both racist.
Does Joe say he's right? Joe's not. Did he say so?
Joe does not want to be with Liat because his family wouldn't approve, basically. Yeah. He can't show up with a Polynesian wife.
Yeah.
So anyway, then Emil shows up.
Yeah.
And she tells him, she's like, it's not because of the children, I promise. It's because of your wife, your Polynesian wife, who is dead and no longer in the picture.
And does not make a difference now.
What?
Yeah, this is a bad storyline.
Anyway, so she just runs off.
Runs off with one of the officers.
Yep.
Take me home.
And you can see them, like, going across the other side of the
U-shape.
like. It's like, what? Of the lake or whatever. It's like, she's, okay. Hi, Nellie.
We still see you.
So then
Joe sings the song.
You've got to
You've got a friend in me.
No. You've got to be carefully taught.
Yeah.
Which is basically about, you're not born racist.
Yeah.
You learn it.
Yeah, pick it up from your family.
Exactly. So a lot of people did not like the song.
A lot of people didn't like him and Liat getting together either. So
what? I mean, she's young.
She's Polynesian.
But that's the only thing I have. Well, and the fact that her mother just kind of like...
Yeah, that is weird.
Here's my daughter. I'm leaving you in the room with her.
Pimp out your daughter.
Okay, this is strange. But, I mean, the fact of the two of them together, they're cute.
They are not cute.
I mean, there's nothing wrong. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever. Other than the fact that she's very young.
Yeah.
And her mother's pimping her out. But, you know, other than that, it's not a problem.
If you just look past that.
Exactly. So.
But yeah, he talks, what's his name?
Emil.
Pierre Escargot into joining his mission.
Mm-hmm.
And because why not?
Yep.
His girlfriend hates him.
Exactly. He's like, I might as well die because she's the only thing I'm living for.
Yeah.
I don't care about these children that I have. She's the only thing.
All I care about is her.
He literally says that.
This girl I've known a couple weeks.
Oh my gosh. They're the worst.
They're not good. Everybody's awful.
I hate everybody. Oh gosh. Maybe I don't hate Luther. I did not like Luther at the beginning.
Yeah,
he grew on me.
I don't hate Luther.
The way
I just don't like him. Like he didn't really like catch on with me.
The way he talked at the beginning just annoyed me.
Yeah.
There was something about his cadence.
He was slow and paced out.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so Emil agrees to join the mission to take him over to the island so that they can spy on the Japanese.
Yeah.
So
he knows some fishermen.
Yes.
They'll help get him in.
Exactly. So they start getting into the plane.
Yeah.
You see Luther pretending to be some garbage in the water.
Yeah, he's going to sneak in there.
Yeah, he's a stowaway on the plane, basically.
Why? Who knows?
I don't know. But they get close to the Japanese on the island. They fly by and they get shot.
Yep. Shoot a big hole in the back of the plane.
And Luther's like, hey guys, can you not let them shoot up back here? I'm back here.
I'm here, man.
Please don't do that. They're like, what are you doing?
Luther.
Oh my gosh. So he's like, well, I'm just going to go back here where this big hole is in the plane.
I'm just going to stare out the hole.
Oops. I fell.
Oh no, turbulence.
Into the water.
Yeah.
Then they're like,
to throw a boat to him.
Let's throw him a lifeboat. So they throw one down. It starts falling through the sky. I'm like, it's going to be hilarious if it hits him in the head. It hit him in the head. It does hit him in the head. I was like, honestly, best part of this movie. Because I was like, it's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
They did it.
They did it. Yeah. I was like, okay.
Right.
You have not fully redeemed yourself.
Need more people getting hit on the head.
I'm okay with this one scene.
Yeah.
So he gets in the boat. The Japanese are just shooting at him. He's trying to get away.
They send out a bunch of planes to shoot back at the Japanese.
Yes. And it's like, you have sent these other planes to possibly get shot down.
Yeah.
Just because of Luther.
Yeah.
But anyway, it causes a distraction.
Yeah.
So they're able to get to the fishermen, and Emil and Joe are able to get to the island so that they can spy on the Japanese. So the fact that he was there did help.
Yeah. The major tried to get him in trouble when he got back.
Yeah.
He's like, it cost $600,000, which is like $4 billion in today's money.
Yeah, and then he's like, hey, my uncle said I would never be worth anything. Yep. And then they're like, get out. So he leaves.
Yeah.
Then we see on the island... Mm-hmm. Joe and Emil and the two fishermen are spying. So yeah, we see them on the island doing their little spy thing. Mm-hmm. And then... sending
their messages. They're like, we're going to have to move. They're going to zero in on us.
Yeah, because they're flying around. They know that they're there. They're trying to find them. And they're like, oh, it looks like they might... Well, Joe's like, it looks like they might be kind of moving away. Let's go now.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, they were in like this little cove.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were like coming right by them. They knew where they were.
They were right over them.
Yeah. And they just passed and he's like, that seems like they're gone.
Yeah, I think
you can still hear them. Yeah. There was no reason to think they were gone.
No.
And then they're going to run straight out into the beach, like with no cover. Way to go, Joe.
And they do.
Yeah.
And then we get the officers. Mm-hmm. Emil is radioing in to let them know that... Joe is dead.
Joe died.
I was like, what?
He's like, my good friend Joe.
He's dead. He was killed. Huh? I was like, I know there are like 2 love story kind of things in this. So.
No, just one.
Yeah. So Joe's dead.
He's dead. And then it kind of. They start to come back. The Japanese start to come back, and so he's like, "I gotta go. We gotta move again. We gotta get out of here."
Yeah, and he gets cut off. Basically.
Yeah, and they're like, "Frenchie."
The Frenchman is his call sign. Yeah. Or whatever. So they're like, "Oh crap, he's stuck back there too. Is he dead? We don't know."
He die.
And
then we go.
Nellie finds out. She runs to like a cliff or whatever, and she's like, "Emil, live." And she sings Some Enchanted Evening again.
Yeah.
And then here comes Mary and Liat. And they're like, where's Joe? He's got to marry Liat.
He's got to.
Mm-hmm. And they're
probably
like...
because she's pregnant.
Yeah, and she's like, he's dead.
He's dead.
And, yeah. And he did say that he was gonna... Like, when he was talking to Emil, he did say that he was gonna stay there.
Stick there, yeah.
And marry her.
Sorry, girl in Philadelphia.
Yep.
Holding it down while he's gone.
Yep. But not going to now because he's dead.
Yep.
So Nellie starts like taking care of Emil's children.
Yeah.
Okay, because there was like nobody else to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Here, I made you soup.
Yep.
It's ham bone soup. Ham water.
It's ham water. So she starts spending time with the kids and everything, and then they're sitting there.
Yeah, they're completely fine with this.
Yeah, and they
want her to sing that song.
Mm-hmm. And so she starts singing it, but she's like, I don't know French. I'm not going to sing it right.
Don't make fun of me.
Exactly. So she starts singing it, and then someone joins in.
Oh my goodness, he's back.
It's Emil.
He has no arms. No, he's fine.
No, he's fine. And there was one point when they were at some of the soldiers were at the beach, and Luther and the professor and the other guy, what's his name? Stupat,
yeah.
They were like, we can take other 3 more planes and we can like distract them
so
again.
Many diversions.
Exactly. They're like, no, it's fine. We got him.
Yeah, he's back.
Everything's
fine.
Yep. So they don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes back and they get to be a family because she's like, I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm no longer
Sorry
racist.
about all that weird stuff I said earlier.
Yeah.
I'm better now. She's a mess.
Yeah.
This whole relationship is going to be not good.
It's not a good movie.
No, it's a really bad movie. And I don't care who knows it.
I don't like any of the characters. Or most of the songs.
Yeah. The songs are bad. Story's bad. It's slow.
It's so slow.
It's boring.
It's 2.5 hours.
Nothing happens for so long.
That could have been a tight 90 minutes.
Yeah. Like, seriously, nothing happens in this movie.
Yeah.
Till the very end, and they just kill off Joe. Like, oh crap, we should probably do something. It's over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Quick, kill Joe.
We gotta kill somebody.
Yeah. So, man, don't watch this movie.
Yeah, I would not recommend it.
If you watched it for the podcast, I'm sorry. Please send your letters.
I mean, we said at the beginning that it was bad.
Yeah.
I guess we should have said don't watch it.
We did not hide this. I'll put it in the description. This is bad. Don't watch this. We don't
like this movie. Don't watch it on our account, you know?
Well, let's go ahead and just get to the snack and get this over with.
Sure. Before my dog starts coming in here to drink a bunch of water again.
All right. We've got a new Mountain Dew flavor.
Yes, there are 2 new summer Baja Mountain Dew flavors. Mm-hmm. The one we're doing today is Baja Laguna Lemonade.
Oh, it has a parrot on it, so it felt very South Pacific, even though we never saw a parrot in this.
True. But they did say something about, didn't they say something about they had mangoes at
Probably.
one point? It's mango lemonade, so.
There you go.
There we go.
Perfect. Also,
there's a starfish that is snorkeling on here.
Of course. They can't breathe underwater.
That, of course, was in the movie.
Yes. That was Emil.
Emil.
Did we not say he was a starfish the whole time?
Emil, the snorkeling starfish. So, we're gonna give this one a try. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's like a 0 sugar version. I'm assuming there is, but
maybe.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
Because I don't think there was
a lot of them don't.
I don't think there was one for the ones last summer.
I don't think so either.
So maybe there's not.
Yeah. Just Baja Blast seems to just have the 0.
Yeah, so maybe that's it.
Yeah.
But this is the one we're trying today. So, oh gosh, it smells really good.
It does smell good. Mm-hmm.
It smells like mango.
It does. And Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it smells. Now, last year when we tried the summer ones, they were really good.
They were.
So, I have high hopes for this.
Yep. We'll see. It's not bad.
It doesn't taste lemony.
It's not a home run for me. We got a little lemon.
I like it.
Do you?
Which I like mango flavored stuff, so.
I feel like I was expecting more of a burst of flavor.
Okay.
What do you want to rate it?
I'm really going to rate it pretty high because I do like it. This is one I would probably drink again.
I wouldn't be mad if somebody gave it to me and was like, drink this.
I think I'm going to give it an 8.
I think I'm only going like 6.
Okay.
Because it's fine, but I expected better.
Okay.
We'll see how the other one does.
Yeah, we do. I do have the other one in my fridge. It's been sitting in there for a little bit, a few weeks, because we haven't had a chance to do it yet.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's called Point Break Punch.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be covering Point Break.
We're not going to do Point Break.
So it's like, it's not going to fit any kind of theme. And it's especially not going to fit the theme
for next week's
movie we're watching next week.
Yeah, true. Oh well.
But it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Matter. We live our lives.
Yeah.
All right. What you think of South Pacific? What's your favorite song? How do you like the Laguna Beach?
Laguna Lemonade.
Baja Mountain Dew. Let us know on Twitter at Having Fun Pod or at Facebook at Having Fun Pod. Twitter, Having Funcast. Facebook, Having Fun Pod.
There you go.
Got it.
Or you can send us an email to havingfunpod@gmail.com.
Go have fun and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.